Beloved, you didn't stumble here by accident. This moment is holy. I have been watching you, not from a distance, not with disappointment, but with the steady eyes of a father who knows what you can't yet name. I have heard the sigh you tried to hide. I have counted the nights you kept negotiating with yourself. And I brought you here because you have been pulling on a door that will not open, and your hands are tired. You have been tugging at a relationship that keeps resisting healing. You have been tugging at a job that keeps diminishing your peace. You have been tugging at timing, trying to make now happen when now is not what I wrote. You have been tugging at a conversation, at an apology, at an outcome, at a person's decision, at a moment you want to control so you can finally feel safe. And you keep telling yourself, it is faith. But listen to me. Effort can look like faith, and still be fear wearing faith's clothes. Because fear will pray, but it will panic while it prays. Fear will say, I trust you, but it will keep a hand on the doorknob. Fear will call it perseverance, while it bleeds your joy and drains your rest. And I am not exposing this to shame you, I am naming it to free you. You are not weak because you've been trying. You are weary because you've been carrying what I never asked you to carry. Hear me clearly, child. I closed it because I saw what you couldn't see. I saw the compromise that door would demand. I saw the way it would slowly teach you to shrink. I saw the room behind it, the ache, the confusion, the entanglement, the delay disguised as progress. I saw the trap that looked like an opportunity. I saw the counterfeit that sounded like your promise. And I loved you too much to let you call that harm, answered prayer. A closed door is not always rejection. It is often protection. It is my hand between you and what would have cost you more than you were willing to admit. It is my mercy, interrupting your momentum. It is me saying, not that way, not because I am withholding good, but because I am guarding your future. So breathe here with me. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind unclench. This message is not going to accuse you. It is going to steady you. I am going to teach you how to discern obedience from striving without shame, how to move with me without losing your peace, how to recognize when you are gripped by urgency instead of led by grace. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being protected, guided, and loved right now in this holy moment. And now hear me, because I am going to touch the place you have been trying to ignore. The exhaustion you feel is not random. It is not you falling apart. It is not proof that you are failing. It is a signal. It is mercy. It is me tapping your shoulder in the middle of your rushing and saying, Beloved, come back to me. You have been replaying and rewording and re-strategizing. You have been practicing conversations that haven't happened. You have been rewriting messages in your head, running outcomes like simulations, searching for the one sentence, the one angle, the one perfect moment that will finally earn an opening. You keep thinking, if I can just do it better, if I can just try harder, if I can just hold it together long enough, then the door will move. And child, I see the effort, I see the sincerity, but I also see the cost. Because when you force what I have not graced, your anxiety spikes, your sleep breaks, your peace drains out slowly, like water through a crack you keep ignoring. Your chest stays tight, your mind stays loud. Your prayers start sounding like negotiations instead of communion, and without realizing it, your identity begins to hinge on one door, as if your worth lives on the other side of that outcome. As if you are safe only if it opens. As if you are lovable only if it works. As if you are whole only if you win. But listen to me, not because you're weak, but because you were never meant to carry the outcome. You were never designed to be your own savior. You were never asked to manage every reaction, control every variable, anticipate every turn, and then call that vigilance faith. Faith is not a clenched fist. Faith is an open hand. And what you are calling perseverance has started to become punishment to your own spirit. So, I give you permission to tell the truth tonight. You are tired, and I am not disappointed in your humanity. I am not shocked by your tears. I am not rolling my eyes at your anxiety. I am a father. I am near. I am gentle with the parts of you that have been working so hard just to feel secure. The fatigue is not condemnation, it is compassion. It is my kindness saying, you've carried this long enough, put it down. And hear this clearly. I will not punish your effort. I will redeem it. I will redirect it. I will take that same intensity you've been pouring into control, and I will teach you how to pour it into trust. I will teach you how to rest without guilt, how to breathe without bracing, how to wait without fear. This is not the end of you. This is the beginning of your surrender. And surrender is not losing, it is returning. Come to me now. Let the striving cease. Let the signal lead you home. Now, child, I am going to give you something simple, because you do not need another burden, you need a light. You have been asking, is this me pushing through? Is this me persevering? Or is this me forcing? And I am not offended by the question. I welcome it. Because when you are led by me, you can move without losing your peace. You can take steps and still breathe. You can obey and still rest. Striving always feels like you are running out of air. Obedience feels like you are being held while you walk. So ask the first question, honestly, without performing for me. Does this pursuit produce peace, or does it produce panic? Not does it produce adrenaline, not does it produce urgency. Peace. Because I can call you into hard things and still keep you anchored. I can lead you into unknown places and still guard your mind. If every step you take makes your chest tighter, your sleep lighter, your thoughts louder, and your spirit more frantic, pay attention. That is not passion. That is pressure. And I am not the author of confusion. I do not lead you by whipping you. I lead you by shepherding you. Now ask the second question. Am I being led by love or driven by fear of loss? Some of what you call obedience is actually terror that you will miss out, be left behind, be forgotten, be replaced. And fear will make you grab what is not yours to carry. Fear will make you chase what I never assigned. Fear will make you accept crumbs because you are afraid there will be no bread. But love, my love makes you steady. Love reminds you, you are not fighting for a place at the table. You already belong. Love does not rush you into compromise. Love does not threaten you with abandonment if you pause. Love says, you are safe while you wait with me. And now the third question, the one that exposes the hidden strain in your hands. Am I trying to control timing, people, or outcomes that only I can move? Be truthful. Are you trying to manage someone's heart, manipulate an answer, force a yes, hurry a season, script the ending, secure the guarantee? Because that is where striving hides, in the places you keep touching that were never yours. You can plant, you can water, you can show up in integrity, but you cannot become the sun. You cannot become the rain. You cannot become the God of results. And every time you try, you feel it, your peace leaks out, and your prayers turn into transactions. If I do this, then you must do that. But I am not a lever to pull. I am a father to trust. Listen to me. Obedience is steady and surrendered. Striving is frantic and transactional. Obedience says, I will do what you asked, and I will release what you did not. Striving says, I will do everything, and I will call it faith. And I am calling you back to the freedom of a simple yes, a quiet yes, a yes that does not need panic to prove it is serious. And remember this line, because it will save you. If you have to break yourself to keep it, it was never meant to be yours that way. I do not give gifts that require you to abandon your peace to hold them. I do not open doors that demand you bleed your identity at the threshold. What is mine for you will come with grace. It may stretch you, but it will not crush you. It may challenge you, but it will not strip you. So loosen your grip. Let your body learn what your spirit is hearing. You are not falling behind. You are learning my pace, and my pace will always lead you into peace. And now, because your heart needs something stronger than your feelings, I give you my word as an anchor. Revelation 3:7 says, I am the Holy One, the true one, the one who holds the key of David. What I open no one can shut, and what I shut no one can open. Hear me, beloved. I am not asking you to guess in the dark. I am not asking you to wrestle the doorknob until your hands go numb. I am telling you the truth of who I am. I hold the key. Authority is not sitting in the hallway with you. Authority is in my hand. So when a door will not open, do not immediately call it failure. Do not instantly call it, I'm not enough. Do not label it rejection and then bleed your peace trying to reverse it. Not because the door is stubborn, but because I am sovereign. Not because you lack value, but because I have oversight. Not because I enjoy watching you wait, but because I love you too much to let you enter what will injure you, distract you, or delay what I have appointed. Yes, people can be inconsistent. Yes, opportunities can be delayed. Yes, the enemy can resist and roar and try to intimidate you into panic. But listen to me. They cannot override what I have authored. They cannot cancel what I have called. They cannot lock what I have unlocked. They cannot shut you out of what I have set apart for you. You have been acting like your future is held by someone else's mood, someone else's approval, someone else's response, someone else's timeline. But I am the one who holds the key, and I do not lose what I hold. And if I did not open it, your forcing will never turn it into a faithful door. You can push it, you can perform for it, you can plead at it. You can twist yourself into a smaller version of who I made you to be. You can call your anxiety effort and your urgency faith. But if I am not in it, it will not become holy just because you are exhausted. I do not ask you to sacrifice your peace on the altar of a door I never assigned. Rest your mind here. I am already ahead of you, arranging what aligns with your calling. I am not merely reacting to what happens to you. I am ordering your steps. I am positioning you. I am closing what would compete with your purpose, and I am preparing what will confirm it. I am working in places you cannot see, turning hearts you cannot control, moving pieces you cannot touch, timing things you cannot hurry. And I am doing it without panic, without strain, without shortage. So if I close a door, it is not to starve you, it is to steer you. It is not to leave you stranded, it is to lead you safely. It is not to deny you good, it is to guard you from the wrong kind of good that would cost you more than you realize. Let that settle your breathing. Let that unclench your jaw. You are not locked out, you are being guided. You are not forgotten, you are being protected. And the right door will open with grace, because when I open it, no one can shut it. Beloved, listen to me now, because I am going to show you something. Your emotions have been too loud to let you see. The doors you force often become the rooms that wound you. And I do not say this to frighten you. I say it to free you. You have been mourning a closing, but you have not considered what that opening would have cost you once you were inside. You keep remembering the threshold, but I remember the room. I remember what would have happened after the excitement wore off, after the first week, after the first yes, after you settled in and realized you were trapped by the thing you begged for. Some of you have been chasing someone who will not choose you fully, and you keep calling it loyalty. You keep calling it patience. But I have seen the way you would have negotiated your own dignity just to keep them near. I saw the compromise you would have made to stay there. I saw the way you would have become smaller, quieter, less honest, less alive, just so the relationship would not end. And I closed that door not because you are unworthy of love, but because I am protecting the love I am building in you from being trained to accept crumbs. Some of you have been reaching for work that crushes your spirit. You keep saying, it's opportunity, while your peace is suffocating. You keep saying, it's provision, while your joy is evaporating. And I saw the price tag you did not read the nights your body would pay for it, the bitterness that would grow in you, the weariness that would twist your worship into survival. Not because you can't handle hardship, but because you don't need unnecessary harm. There is a difference between a refining fire and a consuming one. I refine my children. I do not volunteer them for wounds they were never assigned. Some of you have been rushing a move out of fear, fear of being left, fear of being behind, fear of silence, fear of waiting with me. And I saw what you would have called escape that was actually a detour into confusion. I saw the hurried decisions, the rushed agreements, the fragile foundations built on panic. I closed it because I love you too much to let fear be your counselor. And hear me, because I am lifting shame off your shoulders right now. Letting go is not failure. Letting go is wisdom. Letting go is spiritual maturity. It is you agreeing with my protection instead of arguing with it. It is you trusting that I can bless you without you bleeding for it. You are not giving up. You are growing up. You are learning to discern what is mine by the peace it carries, by the grace it brings, by the fruit it produces. So when I say no, do not hear rejection, hear rescue. My no is often a hidden yes, a yes to safety, a yes to peace, a yes to future fruit you cannot see yet. One day you will look back and thank me for the door that did not open, because you will realize it was the very thing that kept you from a future regret. And tonight, I am asking you to trust me like a father. Loosen your grip, step back from what I shut, and let my protection feel like love again. Now let me give you a framework, beloved. Something steady when your mind wants details I have not given. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will direct your paths. Hear me. I am not asking you to walk blind. I am asking you to walk held. I am not asking you to pretend you don't feel uncertain. I am asking you to stop letting uncertainty become your master. Trust me with all your heart, not half your heart, holding back a private escape plan, not part of your heart, still gripping a door I closed, not a corner of your heart, still insisting, I will obey after I understand. Because this is where you have been stuck. You have been trying to understand first, and then obey. You have been saying, show me the whole map, explain every turn, confirm every outcome, and then I will move. But I am asking you for a different order. Trust first, acknowledge me first, obey the next step first, and then watch how direction comes. Not because I'm hiding from you, but because I'm guiding you. Not because I want to keep you confused, but because I am keeping you close. There are places I cannot explain to your fear without feeding it. There are details you would misuse trying to control what I am trying to cultivate. So I give you light for the step you're on, and I ask you to stop demanding floodlights for a road you're not ready to travel yet. Lean not on your own understanding, because your understanding is limited to what you can see. And what you can see is a hallway and a shut door and a delay and a silence. But I see the room behind what I closed. I see the detour that would have cost you peace. I see the timing that would have turned a blessing into a burden. I see the conversations you haven't had, the hearts you cannot read, the protection you didn't know you needed. Your understanding keeps trying to solve it like a puzzle. My wisdom is leading you like a shepherd. So here is what surrender looks like in your hands today. Stop negotiating with closed doors. Stop rehearsing the same argument, the same email, the same plea, the same desperate push. Stop asking me to make the door you want become the door I bless. Instead, ask me this: Father, what is the next right step? Not the next 10, not the full 5-year plan, the next right step. And when you hear it, apologize. Apply, rest, wait, release, call, study, save, forgive, say no. Say yes, do it without bargaining for the outcome. Acknowledge me in all your ways, in how you spend your day, in what you entertain in your thoughts, in what you tolerate in relationships, in how you talk to yourself, in how you respond when the door stays shut. Acknowledge me there, and I will direct your paths. And listen closely, because this will free you. Direction is often unlocked after release, not before it. You have been saying, if you show me what you'll do, I'll put it down. And I am saying, put it down, and I will show you the way. This is not punishment. This is trust. This is family language. This is a child learning that the father can be followed without being interrogated. So, loosen your grip again, beloved. Open your hand. Take the next step with me. Trust isn't seeing the whole plan, it's walking with the one who does. And I will make your path straight. I will not lose you. I will not mislead you. I will direct you with peace. Before you whisper another plan, breathe. Be still. Not because I am scolding you, but because I am soothing you. Not because you have done something wrong, but because you have been doing too much. This moment right now is holy, and I am meeting you here, not in the noise, not in the sprint, not in the frantic calculations, but in the quiet, where your spirit can finally hear what your fear has been interrupting. You have mistaken stillness for inactivity, and that is why you have resisted it. But hear me, stillness is not quitting. Stillness is alignment. Stillness is the place where I untangle what you have tightened. Stillness is where I separate urgency from instruction. Because when you are constantly pulling, constantly proving, constantly preparing for every possible outcome, your heart becomes loud with survival. And you can't discern my voice clearly when your soul is shouting, hurry. That anxiety you keep feeling, it is not always a mystery. Often it is a signal that you are carrying divine weight with human shoulders. You are trying to hold tomorrow like it is yours to manage. You are trying to keep every door from closing, every person from changing, every timeline from slipping. And your body is telling the truth your mouth keeps avoiding. You were never meant to be the keeper of outcomes. You were meant to be my child. You were meant to be led. So let me guide you into a holy pause. Unclench your jaw. You don't have to brace for impact right now. Drop your shoulders. Open your hands. Yes, literally, open them. Release the timeline you have been squeezing so tightly. Release the need to know exactly when, exactly how, exactly who, exactly what. Not because details don't matter, but because peace matters more. Breathe in and remember, I am already ahead of you. Breathe out and remember, you are not late, you are not behind, you are being kept. And if this is speaking to your spirit tonight, if you're choosing surrender instead of striving, plant a flag of trust right now. Subscribe for these nightly moments of encouragement so you stop fighting alone in the dark. And like this message as an act of agreement, as a quiet yes that says, Father, I will pause, I will listen, I will let you lead. Not because clicking a button fixes everything, but because it marks your decision. You are returning to stillness. Listen to me, beloved. Stillness is not delay. It is where I reorder your spirit for the right door. In the pause, I restore your hearing. In the pause, I return you to yourself. In the pause, I remind you that you are safe, not because everything is solved, but because you are held. And from that place, you will move again. But you will move with grace, not panic. You will move with peace, not pressure. Be still. I am here. Now, beloved, I will show you what letting go actually looks like, because I am not calling you into something vague, and I am not asking you to become passive. Letting go is not abandoning your life. It is releasing the need to control it. It is not neglecting responsibility. It is laying down manipulation. It is not refusing to care. It is refusing to carry what was never yours. There is a difference between faithful action and frantic striving, and I am teaching your hands the difference. Letting go looks like this. You stop chasing replies. You send the message I told you to send with integrity, with clarity, with kindness, and then you put your phone down. You stop staring at the screen like your peace is hiding in a typing bubble. You stop interpreting silence as punishment and delay as disaster, not because you don't desire connection, but because you are not ruled by response. You did your part. Now refuse to do mine. Do your part without trying to do mine. Letting go looks like this. You stop refreshing the application portal obsessively. You submit what you were assigned to submit. You prepare what you were assigned to prepare. You improve where I told you to grow. And then you stop checking 10 times a day as if anxiety is an offering that speeds me up. You are allowed to be hopeful without being hunted. You are allowed to wait without whipping your own mind. That door will open with grace if I have keyed it for you, and no amount of frantic refreshing will make my timing more faithful. Letting go looks like this. You stop rehearsing speeches to change someone's heart. You stop practicing the perfect paragraph, the perfect tone, the perfect emotional angle that will finally make them choose what they have refused to choose. You can speak truth. You can set boundaries. You can ask for what is right, but you cannot convince a heart into wholeness by exhausting yourself. You cannot control repentance. You cannot force maturity. You cannot argue someone into being safe. I am not asking you to carry their becoming. Here is wisdom for you tonight. Take the faithful steps and refuse the frantic manipulation. Plant, water, show up, do what I ask, then rest from what I never assigned. If it requires you to beg, to perform, to chase, to panic, to lose your peace just to keep it moving, you are no longer walking by faith. You are gripping by fear. And I am gently removing your fingers from the doorknob so I can heal your hands. Because when you stop forcing, you create space for my movement. When you stop crowding the outcome, you can finally feel my leading. When you put your hands down, you will notice I have not been absent. I have been working. So breathe again, beloved. Release again. Do your part without trying to do mine, and watch how peace becomes the proof that you are finally letting me be God. Now, beloved, with your hands finally loosening, I need you to hear what I have been saying even while you were staring at the door that would not move. Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Listen, new does not always look familiar. The way I make does not always resemble the way you expected. Sometimes the wilderness is not the sign that I left you. It is the exact place where I prove I can create roads where there were none. Sometimes the desert is not punishment. It is the canvas where I show you I can bring water where you thought nothing could live. But you have been staring so long at what I closed that you have not noticed what is springing up. You have been measuring your future by an old handle, an old hallway, an old almost, and you are calling that loyalty when it is really fear. Fear of starting again. Fear of not knowing. Fear that if it does not reopen, you will be empty. And I am telling you gently, clinging to the old door can blind you to the new path already forming. You keep asking me to revive what I have moved past, and all the while I am whispering, look down, there is a way appearing under your feet. Hear me in first-person love. I am already building what you've been begging for, just not the way you imagined. You asked for one door, I am preparing a corridor. You asked for an answer that would keep everything the same. I am giving you an answer that will make you free. You asked for a quick yes. I am forming a wise yes, a safe yes, a lasting yes. Not because you waited too long, but because the timing is being perfected. Not because I forgot you, but because I am finishing what you would have rushed. Not because you were wrong to hope, but because I refuse to let your hope lead you into a room that would wound you. And this is the truth that will settle your soul tonight. You cannot hold the old door and grab the new one at the same time. Your hands are not limitless. If your fingers are wrapped around what I shut, they are not available for what I am opening. Freedom is not a reward you earn after everything works out. Freedom is the prerequisite to receive what I am sending. So release the old handle. Release the old outcome. Release the old picture of how it had to happen. Put your hands down and then lift your eyes. Because the new thing does not always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it springs forth quietly. A new desire that feels like peace. A new option you once dismissed. A new strength in your boundaries. A new clarity in your spirit. Do you not perceive it? You will. As you let go, you will see. As you unclench, you will notice. And when the right door opens, it will not require you to wrestle it open. It will meet you with grace. I am making a way. Your job is to be free enough to walk it. Beloved, as you lift your eyes and loosen your grip, I need you to hear this with clarity that settles deep in your bones. If it is for you, it will not require you to shrink. I did not shape you with intention and then ask you to erase yourself to be accepted. I did not give you a voice and then call you to silence it just to keep a door open. I did not place light in you and then ask you to dim it so someone else feels comfortable staying near you. What I open will honor the person I am shaping, not erase them. Some of you have been in relationships where you keep bargaining for basic care. You keep explaining why you deserve to be considered. You keep overgiving, over-texting, over-proving, hoping love will finally become secure if you perform well enough. But hear me. You weren't created to beg for love that I intend to be secure. Love that is mine for you will not require you to abandon your dignity at the threshold. It will not train your nervous system to live on crumbs. It will not make you anxious every time you speak honestly. Not because you are too much, but because what you have been reaching for was too small. Too small for your covenant. Too small for your calling. Too small for the way I am teaching you to be loved without fear. And some of you have been striving in work, in platforms, in opportunities that whisper a lie. Betray your conscience, and you can belong. But I am telling you now, gently, firmly, you are not called to rooms that demand you trade integrity for access. You are not called to success that costs you your soul. You are not called to a ladder you have to climb by stepping on your own convictions. When I open a door, you will not have to become someone you hate just to be chosen. I close doors to protect your identity. I close doors so you don't wake up one day, applauded by people and emptied of yourself. I close doors so you do not confuse popularity with purpose or approval with assignment. You have been calling it humility when it was actually self-erasure. You have been calling it patience when it was actually tolerating disrespect. You have been calling it perseverance when it was actually fear of losing what I never authored. And I am restoring you right here. You are not hard to love. You are not too intense. You are not too honest. You are not too hopeful. You are becoming whole, and wholeness will offend anything that benefited from your shrinking. So let this be your measuring line as you move forward. The right door will agree with what I am forming in you. It will stretch you, yes, but it will not strip you. It will challenge you, yes, but it will not corrupt you. It will require faith, but it will carry grace. And you will know it, not because everything is instantly easy, but because you can walk through it without leaving yourself behind. Come closer, child. Stand tall again. Put your shoulders back in, my peace. What is mine for you will meet you with honor, and you will not have to shrink to fit inside it. Beloved, come closer, because I want to touch the place underneath your striving, the place you have been afraid to name. Sometimes it is not the door itself that has power over you. Sometimes it is what you have told yourself that door will become. Sometimes a door becomes a god, not with your mouth, but with your hope. Not with your theology, but with your attachment. You have been whispering, if I get this, I'll finally be okay. If they choose me, I'll finally feel secure. If I step into that opportunity, I'll finally be at peace. And I am not angry with you for wanting good things. I am not shaming you for desiring change. I am simply uncovering what has been quietly ruling you, because I love you too much to let your peace live on a fragile hinge. Do you feel the trap? When you tie your safety to one outcome, fear becomes your constant companion. Because now you don't just want the door, you need it. You don't just hope for it, you worship it with your worry. You wake up thinking about it. You fall asleep negotiating with it. You read every delay as danger, every closed sign as disaster, every silence as a threat to your future. And your soul has been living like it is one yes away from peace and one no away from collapse. That is too heavy, child, not because you are weak, but because you were never meant to carry that kind of dependence on anything that can change overnight. Hear me and let this reorder you. I am your source, not that door. I am your security, not that person. I am your provision, not that platform. I am your covering, not that contract. I am your peace, not that timeline. And if you make a single door the place where you think life begins, then you will panic every time it doesn't move because you will feel like I am withholding life from you. But I am not withheld. I am not distant. I am not hard to find. I am here. I have always been here. Before the door, I was enough. After the door, I will still be enough. And if I give you the door without restoring my place in your heart, the blessing you prayed for can become the burden that breaks you. So come back to first love. Come back to me not in condemnation, not in humiliation, but in honesty. Repentance is not me pushing you away. It is me pulling you closer. It is you setting down the idol of one door and lifting your eyes to the one who holds all doors. It is you saying, Father, forgive me for asking a created thing to do what only you can do. Forgive me for making an outcome my anchor. Be my anchor again, and I will not scold you. I will steady you. I will restore the center. Because the breakthrough you have been crying out for is not only an opening on the outside, it is a recentered heart on the inside. When I am your source, you can wait without fear. When I am your security, you can release without panic. When I am your God, you can hold desires with open hands. And then the right door can open without becoming your identity, without becoming your salvation, without becoming your substitute. Let me be first again, beloved, and watch how peace returns before anything changes. Beloved, now that you have returned me to the center, I need you to understand this. Sometimes my answer is not no. Sometimes my answer is not yet, and I know that not yet can feel like silence, like slowness, like being overlooked while other people pass you by. But hear me, your silent season is not punishment, it is preparation. I am not diminishing you by delaying you. I am developing you by keeping you. Because you keep interpreting delay as absence, when it is often a seatbelt. You call it stalled, and I call it safeguarded. You call it late, and I call it protected. There are places you have asked to arrive, and if you got there too early, you would have had to survive what you were never meant to endure. There are doors you wanted open, and if they opened before you were strengthened, before you were supported, before you were steady in your identity, the very blessing would have demanded a version of you that could not breathe. I am not cruel with time. I am careful with you. Not because I forgot you, but because I'm forming you. Not because I am withholding good, but because I am withholding harm. Not because I do not hear your prayers, but because I hear them so clearly that I refuse to answer them in a way that would break you. You see the calendar, I see the collision you didn't see. You see the opportunity, I see the pressure behind it. You see the relationship, I see the weight it would have put on your healing. And I will not rush you into rooms you would have to recover from. So keep praying, beloved, keep obeying, keep showing up for the next right step I gave you. But stop demanding proof before peace. Stop bargaining with me. If you show me the whole plan, then I'll rest. I am teaching you to rest because I am God, not because every detail is explained. Peace is not a reward for perfect understanding. Peace is the fruit of trust. And trust says, even here, even now I am held. And listen, my timing is not slow, it is safe. When the door I have for you opens, it will not require you to strain until your spirit is bruised. It will open with grace, not panic. It will open with provision, not scramble. It will open with clarity, not confusion. You will not have to force what I have favored. You will not have to bleed just to make it move. Wait with me, child. Let not yet become worship. Let it become training. And in its time, at the safest moment, at the truest moment, you will feel it. The hinge will turn, the way will widen, and you will walk through without losing your peace. Now, beloved, since not yet is not rejection and the closed door is not abandonment, I want to give your hand something holy to do. Because I know what happens when you stop forcing. The silence can feel unfamiliar, and your mind tries to run back to the old doorknob just to feel busy again. But hear me, your energy was never meant to be spent on chasing what I have not released. Redirect it, turn it, aim it, not toward the door I closed, but toward the faith I am building in you. This is what wisdom looks like in real life. Prepare instead of pursue, build instead of beg, grow instead of grind. Let preparation become your active faith, because preparation is not you trying to make something happen. Preparation is you honoring the future without panicking about it. It is you saying, Father, I trust you enough to get ready without needing to rush. It is peaceful work. It is steady obedience. It is the quiet proof that you believe I can open what you cannot force. So take that energy you were spending on checking, chasing, proving, and persuading and place it where it will bless you. Learn the skill you keep postponing. Take the class. Finish the certification. Organize the portfolio. Update the resume with excellence, not desperation. Steward your body with rest and discipline. Steward your money with wisdom and simplicity. Seek counsel from people who love me and love you, not voices that fuel your panic, but voices that strengthen your discernment. And yes, do the healing you have been avoiding. Forgive where I told you to forgive. Set boundaries where I told you to set them. Let me restore the parts of you that kept reaching for unsafe doors because you were afraid of being left behind. And I am speaking this to you plainly. I can trust you with more when you stop trying to steal it early. I can place weight on you when you stop grabbing for it with wounded hands. I can open doors of increase when you stop treating every delay like an emergency. I am not withholding from you. I am preparing you so when it comes, it does not crush you. So, when it comes, you can carry it with joy. So, when it comes, you can walk through it with a steady heart. If you are receiving this, make it real. Don't just feel it, declare it. Write in the comments, I release the closed door and trust God's timing. Let that be your public surrender, your line in the sand, your agreement with my peace. Not because typing is magic, but because confession breaks the grip. It names the shift. It tells your soul, we are done wrestling what God has shut. And here is what will happen as you build faith instead of forcing doors. Your discernment will sharpen. Your hearing will clear. You will recognize the right door, not by the volume of your anxiety, but by the presence of my grace. You will notice what is aligned, what is clean, what is steady, what is peaceful. You will stop mistaking urgency for instruction. You will stop confusing chemistry with covenant. You will stop calling pressure purpose. And when the door I have for you appears, you will be ready, not frantic, not scrambling, not shrinking, ready, prepared in quiet, strengthened in secret, free in your hands. That is how I bring you into the next thing. With peace, with wisdom, with faith, built stronger than your fear. Now, beloved, I am going to give you a simple test because you have been asking me, how do I know? How do I know if this is obedience or if this is me panicking? How do I know if this is faith or if this is fear dressed up in movement? And I will answer you with tenderness and clarity. The door that is mine may require courage, but it will not require chaos. The path I lead you on may stretch you, but it will not steal your peace every time you take a step. Not because it is easy, but because I am in it. Here is the grace test. When you are forcing, your spirit is driven. You feel constant dread in your chest, even when nothing has happened yet. You compulsively check your phone, the inbox, the portal, the account, the last scene, the numbers, because part of you believes control can create safety. You rehearse worst-case scenarios until your mind is exhausted, and you call that being responsible. You make rushed decisions because waiting feels like dying. You start betraying yourself, lowering your standards, silencing your needs, abandoning your boundaries, just to keep the door from closing. And even when something finally moves, you don't feel relief, you feel more pressure, because striving always demands more. Striving drains you, and then demands you pretend you are fine. But when I am leading you, listen, there is a strengthening that comes with it. You may still feel nerves, but you are not frantic. You may still have questions, but you are not haunted. Over time, clarity begins to form like morning light, line by line, step by step. I confirm what I speak, through my word, through wise counsel, through repeated peace, through doors opening, without you bribing them open with your anxiety. Provision meets you, help appears, timing aligns. And even if you cannot see the whole map, there is an inner steadiness that holds you, not because you understand everything, but because you are held by the one who does. So ask yourself, child, does this door make you more whole, or does it make you more scattered? Does it draw you into honesty, or does it train you to perform? Does it strengthen your obedience, or does it feed your obsession? My direction will not perfect you through panic. My voice does not shout you into bondage. I lead with peace. I guide with grace. I correct with love. And yes, I will call you to brave steps, but I will never call you to abandon your God-given soundness just to prove you deserve to pass through. And hear me now, because this is the turning point you have been waiting for. I can close the wrong door instantly. In one moment, I can shut what you were about to bleed for. And I can open the right door suddenly faster than you could have arranged, cleaner than you could have negotiated, kinder than you could have imagined. You will not have to force what I have favored. You will feel it by the grace on it. You will know it by the strength returning to you. God's direction strengthens you, striving drains you, and tonight I am restoring you to the way that feels like me. Now, beloved, don't rush past this moment. Let this be holy. Let this be the point where you stop arguing with what I have already answered. You have carried it long enough. You have rehearsed it long enough. You have tried to be chosen, tried to be enough, tried to be early, tried to be certain, and I am not condemning you for the trying. I am calling you into rest. So come close, child, and pray with me. Not as performance, not as panic, as release. Father, I put my hands down, and I put my trust up. I release the door you have closed. I release the conversation that keeps looping in my mind. I release the opportunity I keep trying to resurrect. I release the relationship I keep trying to earn. I release the timeline I keep gripping like it is my oxygen. I let go of the fear of missing out, the fear of being left behind, the fear that if it doesn't happen this way, it won't happen at all. I surrender the need to be chosen by what cannot cover me. I surrender the need for instant clarity. I surrender the need to control what is not mine to control. And I declare this over my own soul. I am safe not because everything is fixed, but because I am held. I am safe not because I have all the answers, but because you are faithful. I am safe not because every door is open, but because you are my keeper, my covering, my Father, my God. I will not measure your love by speed. I will not measure my worth by outcomes. I will not confuse delay with denial. I will rest in your hand. Now, Lord, give me discernment. Make me quick to recognize what you have closed, and humble enough to stop negotiating with it. Teach my heart to hear no as protection, and not yet as love. When I start to replay, interrupt me with peace. When I start to reach for the old handle, steady my hands. When I start to bargain, remind me that grace does not require begging. And heal me, Father. Heal the disappointment I have hidden. Heal the rejection wounds that taught me to over-explain and over-perform. Heal the shame of trying too hard, the embarrassment of hoping, the ache of silence. Wash me clean of the belief that I have to chase what you have already appointed. Restore my dignity, restore my joy, restore my steadiness. I am still welcome, still chosen, still invited by you. And now I open my hands. I release what I cannot carry, and I receive what you are already arranging. I receive peace. I receive timing. I receive wisdom. I receive courage without chaos. I receive the right door, the right path, the right provision, the right people, everything aligned with your love and my becoming. I will not force what you have not favored. I will wait without worshiping the wait. I will move when you say move, and I will rest when you say rest. My future is not in my grip, it is in your hands, and your hands never lose control. Amen. Now, beloved, because you have put your hands down, I want you to lift your voice, not in panic, not in begging, but in agreement. There is a difference between striving and declaring. Striving says, I have to make this happen. Declaring says, my Father is already handling what I cannot. And I am reminding you of what is written in Revelation 3:7. He who is holy, he who is true, he who holds the key of David. What I open, no one can shut, and what I shut, no one can open. That is not poetry, child. That is authority. That is access. That is protection. That is the end of you wrestling with doors I never asked you to carry. So, declare this with me, slowly, until your nervous system believes it. What God has for me cannot be blocked. What God has for me cannot be delayed by people, denied by politics, stolen by sabotage, or canceled by the enemy. Not because I'm powerful, but because my God is. Not because I forced it, but because I am favored. Not because I manipulated it, but because I am being guided. And I declare peace over you tonight. Peace over your mind that has been looping. Peace over your chest that has been tightening. Peace over the part of you that thinks you're running out of time. I break agreement with anxious urgency. I break agreement with compulsive checking, rehearsing, and over-explaining. I call your soul back into stillness. You will sleep without gripping tomorrow. You will rest without punishing yourself for resting. Not because every question is answered, but because you are held by the one who never sleeps. And I declare alignment. The right relationships will not require you to chase them. The right opportunities will not require you to betray yourself. The right door will come with confirmation through my word, through my peace, through wise counsel, through provision that meets you, through timing that makes sense in hindsight, even if it doesn't make sense right now. I am aligning conversations you haven't heard yet. I am arranging favor you could not earn. I am moving pieces you could not reach. You are not behind, you are being guided. You are not forgotten, you are being positioned. You are not stuck, you are being protected from what would have wounded you. So say it again, beloved, and let it settle you. What God opens, no one can shut. What God shuts, I will not pry open. My breakthrough will come through God's authority, not my anxiety. And I will recognize the right door by the grace on it. I will move when you say move. I will rest when you say rest. I am safe, I am led, I am covered, and what is? Mine will meet me clean, clear, and on time. Amen. Beloved, stay with me just a moment longer, because this is the part your anxious mind tries to skip, the part where you actually rest. Tonight, you can lay your head down without gripping tomorrow like it is your job to keep the world turning. Tonight, you can exhale without rehearsing the conversation, without calculating the outcome, without checking one more time to see if the door moved. I am awake. I am working. I am not pacing. I am not worried. And I am not asking you to be the guardian of your own future. You are safe, not because everything is fixed, but because you are held. You have heard me. The closed door was not always rejection, it was protection. The exhaustion was not a sentence, it was mercy, a signal to stop striving. I have taught you how to discern. Obedience carries peace, but striving steals it. I have anchored you in what is written. What I open, no one can shut. What I shut, no one can open. I have warned you that forced doors can become rooms that wound you, and I have promised you a new thing, but your hands must be free. You have tested the door by grace, not panic. You have prayed release. You have declared breakthrough. Now do the last holy act. Rest. So take one slow breath with me. Inhale, and let your shoulders rise into my care. Exhale, and let your shoulders drop out of your own control. Open your hands, yes, physically, if you can, and unclench the timeline. Release the need to chase. Release the need to be understood by people I did not assign to carry your heart. Release the need to force what I have closed. You do not have to keep pulling on the handle to prove you have faith. Faith can look like sleep. Trust can look like stillness. Surrender can look like you putting your phone down and letting your nervous system remember what peace feels like. And if you want to seal this word, I want you to testify in one simple sentence. Comment it again, not as a ritual, but as agreement. I stop forcing the door God's way is opening for me. Let that be the line you draw between the old you and the rested you. And if you know someone who is wearing themselves out trying to make a closed door open, share this with them tonight. Let them borrow your peace until they remember it belongs to them too. And if you want more of these surrender words, more of this gentle, steady voice that pulls you out of panic. Subscribe and stay close. I will keep reminding you of what your fear forgets. Now, beloved, go. Sleep without gripping tomorrow. I will handle what you cannot. I will open what is yours in its time, with grace, with clarity, with provision that meets you. Be still. Let go. Watch me work.